You can go ahead, Mataji, when you're ready with your Mataji.
Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Narayanam Namaskritya Naram Chaiva Narottamam Devim Saraswatim Vyasam Tato Mudiraye Nashtapareshu Apareshu Nityam Bhagavati Sevaya Bhagavati Uttamasloke Bhakti Bhavati Nastiki. Today we'll be reading from Canto 3, Chapter 30, Description by Lord Kapila of Adverse Fruitive Activities. Text 1. The personality of Godhead said, as a mass of clouds does not know the powerful influence of the wind, a person engaged in material consciousness does not know the powerful strength of the time factor by which he is being carried. Text 2. Whatever is produced by the materialist with great pain and labor for so-called happiness, the Supreme Personality, as the time factor, destroys, and for this reason, the conditioned soul laments. Text 3. The misguided materialist does not know that his very body is impermanent and that the attractions of home, land, and wealth, which are in relationship to that body, are also temporary. Out of ignorance only, he thinks that everything is permanent. Text 4. The living entity, in whatever species of life he appears, find a particular type of satisfaction in that species, and he is never averse to being situated in such a condition. Text 5. The conditioned living entity is satisfied in his own particular species of life, while deluded by the covering influence of the illusory energy. He feels little inclined to cast off his body, even when in hell, for he takes delight in hellish enjoyment. Text 6. Such satisfaction with one's standard of living is due to deep-rooted attraction for body, wife, home, children, animals, wealth, and friends. In such association, the conditioned soul thinks himself quite perfect. Text 7. Although he is always burning with anxiety, such a fool always performs all kinds of mischievous activities with a hope which is never to be fulfilled in order to maintain his so-called family and society. Text 8. He gives heart and senses to a woman who falsely charms him with Maya. He enjoys solitary embraces and talking with her, and he is enchanted by the sweet words of the small children. Text 9. The attached householder remains in his family life, which is full of diplomacy and politics, always spreading miseries and controlled by acts of sense gratification. He acts just to counteract the reactions of all his miseries. And if he can successfully counteract such miseries, he thinks that he is happy. Text 10. He secures money by committing violence here and there, and although he employs it in the service of his family, he himself eats only a little portion of the food thus purchased, and he goes to hell for those for whom he earned the money in such an irregular way. Text 11. When he suffers reverses in his occupation, he tries again and again to improve himself, but when he is baffled in all attempts and is ruined, he accepts money from others because of excessive greed. Text 12. Thus the unfortunate man, unsuccessful in maintaining his family members, is bereft of all beauty. He always thinks of his failure, grieving very deeply. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, thank you so much, Mataji. Hare Krishna. Francis Chindik Mataji, when are you ready, can start, Mataji.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Then pranam to all the devotees here. Prabhuji, am I audible?
Yes, Mataji.
Prabhuji, can I go ahead and share the screen?
Please go ahead, Mataji.
Hare Krishna. We'll start with a little prayers. Om Agyanam Timirandasya Gyananjana Shalakaya Chakshurunmilitam Yena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. Jai Shri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Shri Advaita Gadadha Shivasadi Gaur Bhaktivinoda. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna. So in the previous class that we had yesterday, we completed chapter number 29. In chapter number 29, Devahuti Mataji asked three questions to Kapila Muni. The first question was, please explain me the different type of bhaktis in detail. And the second one was, can you please explain the characteristics of time? And the third question, please explain the birth and death cycle of a living entity, which is also called as samspriti or samsara. And that is a question that will be addressed in this chapter, chapter number 30. And it is titled Description by Lord Kapila of Adverse Fruitative Activities. So we'll start with text number 1, Kapila Uvacha. So here, the Supreme Personality of Godhead is telling us that time is very, very important in the shloka. He is giving us an example of a cloud and wind. So here, cloud is a person who is entangled in the material world. And the wind over here is the strength of time. So we have seen so many clouds in the sky. We know that the clouds don't have their own will. They don't decide, okay, I will stay on this side of the sky today, or I will not move today. It is not in their hand. They are pushed by the strength of the wind, and they get just flown away. It's not for them to hold themselves back. Similarly, we are those like clouds. We are a Baddha Jiva. We are completely in this material consciousness, and the strength of time is pushing us. I can desire to be as young as 16 years old all throughout my life, but it is not a fact. Only Krishna can do that. I am going to become 16, 26, 36, 46, thereon deteriorate and then leave this body. So I cannot hold on to time and not perish. I will perish because I am perishable. This is the body that I have gotten in this material world. So here Prabhupada is telling that we should become more sincere in utilizing this time, because this is the only amount of time we have where we can realize what our constitutional position is and then head back to Godhead. So this time should be utilized very nicely. And Prabhupada is saying people who are not utilizing it very nicely are going to be in constant cycle of birth and death. But people who are utilizing it for Krishna consciousness are going to move ahead into the next stage, which is going to be serving Krishna in his own loka and away from this material existence. In text number 2, just continuing with the text number 1, Kapil Muni is explaining that this time is so strong that it is going to destroy everything. So here we see in the translation, whatever is produced by the materialist with great pain and labor for so-called happiness, the Supreme Personality of Godhead as time factor destroys it. So Krishna is not destroying your so-called happiness. Krishna is time. And whatever we do to save in this material world, it is going to eventually get destroyed. For an example, you buy an apple from the store. However hard you try that I will not let it perish, it is eventually going to perish because that is its nature. Similarly, whatever we are collecting in this human life, house and property, money, whatever, is going to eventually perish as per time. House can be new for 1 year, 2 year, then starts getting old, right? In text 3, so here it is being instructed by Kapil Muni that the materialist person is always thinking that my body is permanent. Nothing is going to happen to whatever I own. right? So we think that my body is permanent. I am going to be in this nationality only. This is my relationship with my friends and families, and everything is going to stay forever. But this is completely ignorant behavior of not understanding this thing. When you are too much attached to country, friends, family, social life, body, it means you're completely submerged in Maya. When you're in Maya, finding Krishna is equally difficult. So here it is being said that if you can use all these material things that you are collecting in Krishna consciousness to move to advance in Krishna consciousness, that is the best utilization of the material things that you can ever do. In text 4 and 5, we will see first text 4. In text 4, Prabhupada is explaining us. First, Kapil Muni is telling us whatever body we take, we become comfortable in it. Whatever it is, whether it is a body of a devata, a human being, a dog, a elephant, anything, we will become comfortable because this is the body we have been given. In this shloka, text number 4, Prabhupada is explaining about how our activities in Maya are distinguished in two factors. One is Prakshipatmika, and the other one is Avaranatmika. So, Avaranatmika means covering. When a person is under this influence, person does not realize only whether he is happy or is in distress. Right? So we'll combine text 5 with it so as we can understand text 4 very well. So here Prabhupada is given an example of Indra-devta. Once Indra-devta, because of his misbehavior towards Brihaspati, was cursed to become a hog as in pig. He became a pig. So what is the nature of pig? Pig will eat stool, he will roll in mud, and that's what his characteristics of that particular body is. So Indradevta became a pig. He was happy, very much enjoying stool and mud around him. He had a good family life. He had a pig wife and kids. Very happy and very content. And then Brahmaji told the other Devi Devtas to go get him, fetch him back. He's completed his atonement. So now we need the king back in the Devata Lok. So all Devi Devtas go to fetch him, and they tell the pig, who is Indra Devta, that we have to go back now. You have to sit on the throne of being the king for all the Devi Devtas. And Indra Devta refused. He's like, no, I'm very happy being a pig. I'm enjoying the stool. I'm enjoying the mud. I have a beautiful family here. I have a very good wife over here. I'm very happy and content. I don't want to become the king of the heavenly planets, which is very surprising if you see. This is how um, we also behave. Whatever position we are born in, we become very happy and content. We try to find happiness in that area only. We are not striving hard to understand what better can I get from what my existing particular existence is like. What better gati can I achieve? For that, you need to think why did I even come into existence, and how, with the help of Sadhu Sangha and mercy of Guru Maharaj, is where when you can understand that Jivera Swarupa Hoy Krishnera Nityadas. What happens is we become a das of our own indriyas, right? Here, after to complete the story, after a lot of asking and requesting, the pig agreed and went back to the heavenly planets and took the throne. But here, he had mercy of other Devi Devtas, the devotees. So in we'll see text number 6. Text number 6 here, if we see all these words over here in the text, it is Atma Jaya Suta Garaha Gara. So here in synonyms we will see Atma is body, wife is Suta, children is Agara, home is Pashu. Sorry, Agara is home. I'm so sorry. Pashu is animal. Dravina is wealth. So what is the shlok saying over here? Is like a person is trying to take care only of these things: wife, kids, house, money, animal around him. He's very well deep rooted into all these things, where he's not able to think about his constitutional position or about Krishna. So this is all what his intelligence becomes, all in all. So people are in myth. They think that this is my life, this is forever, I am so happy. This is what they start thinking. And in in text 7, here we see that Prabhupada is explaining us that this material world is like a shadow of the spiritual world. We have seen it in Bhagavad Gita also, 15.1, where it says Urdhamula Madha Shakam. It is a shadow, it is an inverted shadow of the spiritual world. So here, whatever is there is asat. It means it is not true. Dukhalayam or Shashvatam. And nothing is true over here. Everything is a reflection. A mango is a mango when it is on the tree, but when you see it in the shadow in the river, that mango is not real. You can try to pluck it, but you're not going to get that thing, right? So we are in the similar position, that we are living in a asat world. In eternal Krishna Loka, we have a very beautiful eternal family. We do have parents and mother and father and brother, sister, friends, everybody in Krishna Loka and their eternal relationships. Here, whatever we have is asat. We do have relationships, but they are not going to last forever. They come to an end with our death. The day we die, we lose everything, whatever relationship we had, whatever nationality we have, whatever wealth we have accumulated, everything comes to an end with a stop to this material body working. Still, we are striving so hard to maintain it. If you know something is going to come to an end, it is very foolish to strive extremely hard to try and preserve it. What you can do is you have the best utilization out of it, because you know it's going to stay no longer. But but what we do, we instead try to preserve it forever. This doesn't happen in a place which is ashashvatam, which is not going to be forever. So in our text number 8, so um, um, here Kapil Muni is explaining us that we get too much entangled in womanly love, the sweet talks of kids, very, very distracting. So when I was reading this purport and translation, I was thinking about a story about Narad Muni. I heard it in a lecture where once Narad Muni questions Narayan, what is Maya? I also want to see Maya. And Narayan said, no, you don't need to see Maya. There is no need for you. It was like, no, no, no. Everybody talks about Maya. Please, please, please. I also want to see Maya. With your mercy, I can see Maya. So after so much request, Narayan said, okay. They were walking. I said, okay, I'm tired. I will sit down here. Can you please go get me some water? So Narad Muni said, sure, I will go get you some water. He goes, and he's not able to see anybody, no living entity, nothing, complete desert. And he's looking for a source of water. And there, he sees a small pond kind of thing. He rushes over there, and there, right in front of it, there is a small cottage. I'm sorry, a hut. So Narad Muni says, this person must be using this pond. Let me take the person's permission. So he knocks on the door, and there is a very beautiful Mataji who opens the door. And she looks at him and she's like, Hare Krishna, I'm Narad Muni. And she says, oh, you're Narad Muni. Oh my gosh, she becomes so excited, so happy, because such a great devotee has come to her doorstep. So she invites Narad Muni inside, and she offers him a very nice place to sit, and offers him water, and then, cleans Narad Muni's feet, and serves him really, really well. Narada Muni also gets very happy. He said, thank you so much. You are such a kind and chaste lady. What is your desire? I can help you fulfill that. The Mataji quickly asks, um, I would like to serve you throughout my life. I would like to be your wife. Narad Muni says, okay, now that you have asked me for this, I am definitely going to marry you. Narad Muni marries that Mataji, starts staying in that hut itself. And now Mataji's had children. Now Narad Muni is taking care of the children. They're having a household family. And then the children have children. And Narad Muni is so happy being a grandfather, taking care of those little grand kids, playing with them. Suddenly, in no time, there is a flood like situation, and everything is just going out of Narad Muni's hand, and his house is getting destroyed, and his Mataji is flowing away, and his kids are flowing away, and he's trying so hard to hold on to his grandkids, and everything is going away. He's not able to hold on to anything, and it is a very distressful situation. And Narad Muni, unhappy, too much anxiety around, he comes and dashes on a rock, and he tries to hold on that rock, and on that rock Narayan is sitting. And Narayan asks Narad Muni, you did not bring water for me. I asked you for water. And that's when Narad Muni realizes, oh Krishna, I was in such intense Maya. So this is what Maya is like. We think we will serve Krishna, but we become so entangled in it. There is kid, there are a spouse, there is a relationship, there are so many responsibilities that you forget your own real responsibility. And that's when Narad Muni said, well, Narayan, I don't want to ever meet Maya again. I am done meeting her. So this was what a story that came to my mind. It is not mentioned in the puppet. I heard it in a lecture. Came to my mind when I was reading this. Here, Prabhupada is telling that we don't have to become Grihamedi. Grihamedi means having life only around family, right? Only about social interactions and entertainment and kids and wife and food and furniture. That is Grihamedi. We have to become Grihastas, where we will serve Krishna, and whatever material things we have, we try and use it for service of Krishna. So moving on to text number 9. Text number 9, here, uh, so here Kapil Muni is explaining that we start dodging the situations, the adverse effects, and we think that this is happiness when you successfully do it. So again, I was thinking about dodgeball. We must have all seen dodgeball game. There is a circle where people standing, and there are a couple of people standing inside the circle. You throw the ball on that person. If the ball touches you, you're out. So what you do? You're trying to dodge that thing. You're trying to dodge the person throwing a ball onto you. We have also started doing this thing. We dodge the adverse effects of our karmas by doing karma kandi activities. And when we are able to dodge them, we become very happy. It's like, oh, this is happiness. This is how we have to be. This is all in all life. We have to dodge adverse situations. But it is a one thing of getting rid of an intense headache, and it is different thing of having a very, very healthy success, health wise, very, very nice life. There are two different things. Just defeating your headache every day by taking medicines does not mean you are healthy. Right? In number text 10, we'll do text 10 and 11, 12 sort of together. So in text 10, Prabhupada is explaining a proverb that is used in Bengali, and it means that a person, which says, the person from whom I stole is now accusing me of being thief. So here, a person is trying very, very hard to maintain the demands and desires of the family member, for which he's working very hard. And when he's working hard, he is not even getting the benefit of his hard work. He is distributing in among his loved ones. And why is he doing that? Because Jivera Swarup hoy Krishna Nitya Das. So the only aspect a person is able to understand is Das. but he forgets that I am Krishnera Das. So then he starts being a das for the wife, the kids, the society, the dog, the animal, whatever he has in his life. He removes Krishna from it and still continues doing the das work, out of which he is unhappy. When we are Krishna's das, whatever activity we do, we get happiness out of it. We don't have to do anything else to be happy. But here in this material world, first we will do something for a person in front of you, and then to become happy our own on our own, we do something for ourselves also, for which we don't have time only. But when you serve Krishna, you're the most happiest. Here, people are not happy even though they are serving, because they are serving in wrong direction. Guru Maharaj says that everybody in this world is looking for Krishna. It's just that they don't know that they are looking for Krishna. So they keep trying to serve, and think that they will be happy, but they're never happy because they're serving in the wrong direction. And then 11 and 12, um, yeah, we'll do 11 and 12 together. So here, when a person is trying so hard, he tries again, then he's unsuccessful, then he tries again, and then he becomes tired of it, and then he offers somebody else's money, right, so that he can get out of a very aggrieved situation. And when he's accepting money as if not somebody is giving him, he's stealing that money. He starts stealing, he starts doing wrong things just so that the material desires of his family members, everybody can be met. And after doing all these things also, he is not going to be happy. He will be accused that you are the person because of whom we have miseries in our life. So, which we will continue in text number 13 onwards from tomorrow. So this is all what I had to share from text number 1 to 12. Prabhuji, please, I'm sure I've made a lot of mistakes. Please correct me wherever I've done so. And Hare Krishna Vanatana.
Thank you, Mate. Srimad Bhagavatam ki jai, Sri Prabhupada ki jai.